Damn, Kyle, you going off.
Hold on.
You need to leave.
Bruh. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Cam back with a YouTube video, and today we finna be checking out SJW Triggered. SJW owned by Charlie Kirk on the Second Amendment. As we all know, man, Second Amendment is the right to bear arms. If you don't know what bear arms mean, it's guns. But yeah, before the video starts, smash the like button right now, subscribe if you're new, and let's get right into this video, man. How is SJW going to be owned by Charlie Kirk on the Second Amendment? What did SJW say? I don't even know who that is, but we're finna find out today, man. Let's get it. This looks so familiar.
Don't let your kids come to the dark side.
What's going on? My headphones low?
If this is your first time visiting our channel, make sure to
Okay,
give
let's
this
go right here. Gun control marshals have no idea what goes on.
First of all, tell me what is an assault rifle?
Yeah, exactly. What is an assault rifle?
What is an assault rifle?
I'm sorry, are you stupid?
No, what is
No. Stop, guys, please. What is an assault rifle? No, very specific. No, what is it?
An assault rifle.
No, what? No, I'm very curious. Stop, please, guys. What is an assault rifle?
Is a military-grade weapon.
So you do realize that every member of the military has a pistol, so you call a pistol a military-grade weapon?
No, actually, I'm not. I'm not talking about pistols. In case
No,
your
say
ears
it.
are...
It's like the Second Amendment wasn't talking about it. They're talking about
Well, no, you said what? An AK what?
Classy.
So much.
Wait.
So much emotion. Oh my gosh.
When a bullet, have you seen like what happens to the insides of a body?
Well, no.
The inside of a body when you get hit with the assault rifle?
What? No, that's please, trust me. What? Hey, guys, what is an assault rifle?
Okay, I'm sorry if you can't even understand what
No.
a basic assault
If you're
rifle
going
is.
to attack me,
No.
give me one sentence.
You're just
What
you're not
is
like
an
that.
assault rifle?
Answer the question.
Does anyone want to tell me what an assault rifle is?
Let me tell you what the Second Amendment is. The Second Amendment the Constitution only gives the Army 2 years for free funding. So the states are scared. Slave
Can anyone tell me what an assault rifle is?
They can't because they know what assault rifle is.
Because it's a made-up term by politicians trying to take our guns away.
It's an AR-15.
Wait, hold on. What does AR stand for? What does AR stand for?
Tell me what it stands for. I don't give a
Armalite
shit what it
15.
stands for.
Tell me what AR stands
I
for.
don't give a shit what it stands for. I know what it is. Deadly weapon.
A pistol's a deadly weapon. Should we get rid of that?
Yeah, we should.
Should we get rid of knives?
Yeah, we should.
And bats?
We should get rid of you and Trump and everyone. And you too.
What the freak? This man just agreed to getting rid of knives, bats, pistols. What? He just saying stuff at this point. We need to get rid of you. Bro, what?
And you too. That's how you solve it. Get rid of you too.
Socialist students came.
You were talking earlier also about, mass shootings aren't a big deal, or there's like not a lot of gun deaths, but what's the right amount of gun deaths, I guess, is because and I know it's kind of a trap question because obviously the answer is 0, but I just don't understand the logic of, there's only a couple, so it's not that bad. Like, I just don't know if you could explain that to me, please.
Well, I'll throw it right back at you. At what point will you be satisfied with gun confiscation when there's, what's your number? Because the burden of proof is on the gun grabbers, not on me.
I've told you, the left is very pro-gun.
Okay, okay.
You guys laugh because
can
you
you
don't
say
know
that
the
again?
definition of
Like,
leftism.
really, the left is very pro-gun?
The socialist and left, not the Democratic Party, a lot of socialists have pro-gun sentiments.
In Venezuela, do they have the right to bear arms? And did Mao allow people to
Authoritarian
have guns?
regimes are, populist, and they just kind of say whatever the people want. Is the Democratic People's Republic of Korea really democratic? No. You can't just, because somebody says they're socialist, you don't just get to slap the label on it.
You denounce every evidence of socialism we have, but you cannot produce one. So therefore, I can only judge that which I see. and I see people using the guise of Marxism and socialism.
The guise, you just said it for me. It's not
Yes.
real. I mean,
of course, if you read the manifesto, they eventually talk about a utopian state absent of any sort of government control,
Yeah.
where human nature is completely and totally changed, which I like to call science fiction.
at this point. So we should just let people who are, in your opinion, inherently bad run amok with no checks. Like,
No, that's what's so beautiful about the Constitution. Bad people are going to try to corrupt their power, and we have checks and balances against them. So you just said something I never said. That's why we have an electoral college. That's why we have a House of Representatives. That's why we have a Supreme Court. That's why we have 3 branches of government. That's why the states created the federal government. That's why if a president gets out of power, he can be impeached and removed of office. That's why if a Supreme Court justice gets corrupted, he can also be impeached. That's why a senator used to be able to be recalled by the states. That's why that if someone ever tries to corrupt their power, the Founding Fathers found levers to be able to remove them immediately because they knew people sucked. And they wanted to be able to get rid of them quickly because they said consensus amongst those who are being governed is more important than the people doing the governing. And that's what made the American Constitution so amazing.
Wow. Come with the facts, man. He came with the facts. He came with the facts, man.
Let's talk about guns in America. It's one of the most widely misrepresented conversations in our country. If I have to hear Robert Francis O'Rourke, the fake Hispanic from El Paso, first and foremost, he wants universal gun confiscation. And the one thing that bothers me the most, and he's not the only one that has said this, Hillary Clinton has said this, they've said there's 44,000 gun deaths in this country, or 38,000. Okay, let's just add some context to all this. First of all, we're the only country in the world that counts death with a gun by suicide as a gun death. Okay? That accounts for anywhere between 68
wow.
and 70
So that would like misconstrue the research, right?
by suicide as a gun death. Okay? That accounts for anywhere between 68 to 70% of all of that number. So that
Wow. Yeah, so it would. Wow.
decreases really, really quick. It goes to about 8,000 gun deaths. That's still a lot. Let's add more context to it. About 700 of those 8,000 are accidental gun discharges, so people that aren't taking care of their weapons. So that's a human error. That could happen with a lawnmower or a car. It's not just inherent in a gun or a firearm. Okay, that number decreases dramatically even from there.
Why do they add so many different why don't they add like specific gun deaths? Is it on purpose? Do y'all think they're doing it on purpose? Just to make guns seem that bad?
With a lawnmower or a car, it's not just inherent in a gun.
I'm just asking questions here, y'all. Sorry.
So that's a human error. That could happen with a lawnmower or a car. It's not just inherent in a gun or a firearm. Okay, that number decreases dramatically even from there. 80% of that final number are gang-related deaths in urban cities with handguns. So what is causing urban-related deaths? What is causing those things in inner cities? Is it because of the guns? Well, I come from a city, Chicago, with the strictest gun laws in the country, where you can't privately own a firearm. You know how many gun stores there are in Chicago? 0, not one. Yet everyone still finds a way to find a gun. And people say, oh, well, it's Indiana's problem. The guns are pouring in from Indiana. Well, why doesn't Indiana have a gun problem then? Indiana has the loose gun laws.
That's a good
and
question.
They have lower
That's a good question. That's a good question.
crime and safer neighborhoods. Yet it's
Bro, I'm really rocking with Charlie Kirk, bro. Bro, who made this shirt? Oh, they made it a shirt.
Chicago has the problem, but a couple reasons. First, they are trying to address a deep cultural problem with universal gun confiscation against people that have never done anything wrong. So they're trying to target all of you that might own firearms or might want to own firearms to protect yourself against, people coming into your house. Or for young women should be the most angry about the gun debate in this country because it's you that should have the firearms to protect yourself. A gun is a great equalizer.
Yeah.
The left tries to stir up all this hysteria about how men are the worst things in the world and that how they are being sexual predators against women. The statistics around that are very misleading, but let's pretend that they're correct. Well, wouldn't they want women to be armed then? Wouldn't they want women to be able to have the weapons to be able to defend themselves against any sort of person that wants to wish them harm? And then finally, if you look at the kind of gun statistics, what is really causing these issues? So the mass shootings is where they focus a lot of their attention. They're actually statistical outliers. Mass shootings do not count for, it's less than 3 to 5% of all gun deaths in the country are mass shootings. Are they horrific? Yes. Are they excusable? Absolutely not. However, there's a common denominator between people that have done these mass shootings. Typically, they come from schools or they come from school districts where there were many complaints filed and no one did anything.
Wow.
I am going to fight as hard as I possibly can to make sure that our constitutional rights and liberties are not taken away just because you have left-wing gun-grabbing activists that are seeing their opportunity because something bad is happening in our country. We have a fatherlessness problem. We have an over-medicating youth problem. We have an isolation problem. We have a depression problem. We have a nutrition problem. Guns are not part of that entire equation. I own plenty of firearms. They're perfectly fine and they're safe. They're not shooting themselves. It takes a broken individual that comes from a broken family or a broken culture. We as conservatives every day should say, rebuild the American family, put fathers back in their homes. There's a direct correlation also with...
Yeah. I think a lot of people are just scared to say that. They're just like, no, we don't. We just want to take away guns altogether. Like,
there's a direct correlation with how a-religious our society has become over the last 30, 40 years and the rise in nihilism, depression, suicide, and mass shooting. I believe the further we have gotten away from our Judeo-Christian ethic in our country, the closer we get towards this sort of societal chaos that this is incomprehensible. Yet the left, they've always been for gun confiscation. They were for gun confiscation before the tragedies and after the tragedies. That's the only...
And that just helped their point. That just helped their point get across even more. Like, oh, okay, bet all these school shootings. Bet now we can use that in our data and try to get the guns banned.
For gun confiscation. They were for gun confiscation before the tragedies and after the tragedies. That's the only thing they have in common. We have to be for real concrete solutions like rebuilding the family and putting fathers back in the home.
So there you go.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And I like Charlie Kirk because he's saying stuff that not a lot of people are going to admit, bro. Not a lot of people go admit this.
The closer we get towards this
or say this, or they're too scared to say it because they might get canceled. But it needs to be said.
Idle chaos that this is incomprehensible. Yet the left, they've always been for gun confiscation. They were for gun confiscation before the tragedies and after the tragedies. That's the only thing they have in common. We have to be for real concrete solutions like rebuilding the family and putting fathers back in the home.
100% got to rebuild the family, bro. 100,000,000%, bro. Oh my gosh. I want to go back to the beginning, like right here when he was in the crowd. They was really like wigging on him with pure emotion and anger.
Assault rifle.
I'm sorry, are you stupid?
How you gonna sit there and call somebody stupid, but you cannot back up anything you're saying? You're spewing out emotion and feelings towards me.
Stop, guys, please. What is an assault rifle? No, very specific. No, what is it?
Are you stupid? Like, bro.
An assault rifle.
No, what? No, I'm very curious. Stop, please, guys.
Gotta be answering the question. I came here.
An assault rifle
is a military-grade weapon.
So you do realize that every member of the military has a pistol, so you call a pistol a military-grade weapon?
No, actually, I'm not. I'm not talking about pistols.
Then,
In case
no,
your
say
ears
it.
aren't working. I said
Look at all this like, bro, what the freak?
About it. They're talking about
Well, no, you said what? An AK what?
Classic.
If someone calls you a moron and you're articulating yourself and you're getting your sentences out with facts and data, they're the moron, bro. I don't care, bro. They're the moron. If you're just gonna be talking about me throwing ad hominem attacks, bro, I won the argument, bro. That's just how I feel.
You said,
when a bullet, have you seen like what happens to the insides of a body?
well, no.
The inside of a body when you get hit with the assault rifle?
What? No, that's please, trust me. What? Hey, guys.
That's crazy. I just had to go back there, bro. I just had to go back there because they just wigging. It's him against the world, bro. That's what it's looking like. It's him against this whole group, and he's winning. That's the crazy thing to me.
It's an assault rifle.
Okay, I'm sorry if you can't even understand what
No.
a basic assault
If you're
rifle
going
is.
to attack me, give me one sentence.
You're just
What
you're not
is
listening.
an
That's actually true. If you go attack me, give me one sentence to justify your claims and what you're trying to back up.
assault rifle? Does anyone want to tell me what an assault rifle is?
Bro, this is hilarious, bro.
Let me tell you the Second Amendment is. The Second Amendment was put there.
This is unreal, bro. That's the end of the video, man. If you enjoyed, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how you felt about this video, man. This is crazy, bro. Unreal. But yeah, let me know how you felt about this video. I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace.